Hey guys, welcome to Taryn Up the Music Scene, presented by New Music Inferno. I'm Taryn Up here with the awesome band MYKA Relocate. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good. Doing awesome. How are you?
Good. Can I have you guys introduce yourselves, the role of the band you play, and your favorite part about summer?
Okay. Well, I'm Austin. I play guitar in the band. My favorite part about summer would have to be not having to wake up early. Which doesn't really change for me ever, but
that has no application to your life whatsoever.
I know.
We're not in high school.
That's just the last thing. It's always summer for us, really.
School's out.
So that's why I'm trying to think of something that makes summer different.
All right, go ahead, Michael.
Hey guys, my name is Michael, and I sing for the band. And my favorite part about summer is swimming pools
There you go. That's
and
better.
lakes and other bodies of water.
What's up, guys? I'm John. I also do vocals for the band. I think my favorite aspect of summer would have to be spending 4th of July celebrating this best goddamn country ever. My boys, hell yeah.
There you go.
Okay, bye.
Hey, okay. Hey, I'm Josh. I play bass for the band. My favorite thing about summer are outdoor barbecues. Because that involves food, and I love
My
food.
favorite thing about winter is indoor barbecues. Because he's saying outdoor like they can have them anywhere else without burning your house down.
Hey, there's barbecue joints that you can go eat inside of.
Anyway,
That's true.
Fuck off.
All right, we're gonna continue.
Now you guys are on the Young Souls tours with Light Up the Sky and Out Came the Wolves. How's the tour been going so far? What have been some of the highlights and some of the challenges?
It's been so sick so far. We've been having a good time. It's our first headliner ever. So, yeah, it's definitely a different feel for us. But it's been like, I don't know, it's been awesome. We've had a great time.
Yeah, I think like the highest point of it is you get to see, like, as a headlining band doing this for the first time, you see the accumulation of all the hard work that we've been doing touring wise since day one, like, come together in one night at a city that we don't really go to very much.
Right.
So it's interesting to see that. I mean, it's really affirming as a musician, I think.
Right. So that's definitely, I definitely feel like that's a highlight. And the only like, it is pretty nerve-wracking at times because you're gonna be anxious because it's all the responsibilities on us to make sure everything runs smooth. You know what I mean? To make sure it's a good show. You have a lot more responsibility. It's our first time dealing with that extra responsibility, so it's definitely interesting.
I think it's also cool in the aspect of we get to take out, because I mean we're not a big band by any means, but we get to take out two bands that haven't really been touring very much, like they're pretty new to the game. This is their second tour ever, so to be able to provide an experience that they're able to come out with us, it's rewarding for me because it's only allowing music to grow. It's kind of like keeping it going, bringing new music in, and that's
Right.
like
Well,
we got that opportunity, so being able to give somebody else that opportunity is awesome.
Right. And hopefully being a good experience for them. Like for their first couple of tours that they do, hopefully we can stick out as the one that treated them the best and were the coolest headliner for them to be out with. You know what I mean?
It would suck if they would just go along like, yeah, that might
It sucks.
It sucks.
We're trying to make sure it's the exact opposite every day, trying to make sure that we're taking care of them just as much as we're going to take care of.
That's awesome. Now for new fans, how would you describe MYKA Relocate? Like what do you guys stand for and what's your sound and style of music?
Okay, well, as we normally say, pop metal for the sound. Like just if you want to generalize it as general as it can get, basically pop metal. It's metalcore parts with a lot of pop influences. But as far as, I'll let John and Michael talk about the actual concept part a little bit more.
As far as like you talking about introducing new fans to like the reason why they should come to a MYKA Relocate show?
Yeah, like
what
if
we're
they haven't
about.
checked you out, like what would make them want to come to see you guys?
Well, the whole record that we just dropped is called The Young Souls. Basically, you come to a MYKA Relocate show, you're going to experience the angst and the energy and the attitude that we hope never dies in you as you grow, right? We want to basically bring out the best attributes that everyone has in their youth and basically say, hey, this might not be the world that you want to live in, or you might not want to do this even though everyone says this is what you got to do, but you need to come to a MYKA Relocate show and hang out and talk to us and grab us, and whenever you see us walking around and talk to us and be like, what direction, hopefully it'll like spark something in your head and be like, this is what I want to do. I have the power now and the energy and the attitude to go about the rest of my life knowing that I'm going to be happy no matter what.
Right.
That's awesome.
No matter what it is, it's
Pretty way to put it.
That doesn't make you want to come out to a MYKA Relocate show. I don't really know, Will. That's an awesome message. Now, you guys recently played Japan at Scream Out Fest.
Yeah.
How was that experience like playing overseas for the first time?
It was so different and so awesome. Like it was, I don't know. There's just like Japan is a country that I feel is all about respect, and like so when we walked out on that stage, you know, people were freaking out, and then, but like in between songs, they clap and they like, you know, they cheer and like it's awesome for like 3 seconds max.
Yeah,
As
they
the
just
song-
cut.
and they
complete
cut. They want to
silence.
hear what you have to say, and I think that's such a cool thing.
Right.
And it was funny because like there's definitely some like American people in the crowd, and you could pick them out because they'd be like the loud ones, being like, play this, you know, and all that stuff. But like all the other like the Japanese people are just like, and they're just quiet, and like also like, you know, they're singing along with you. It's definitely like it's a cool experience to be like so far from home, but like, and these kids don't even speak English really, but they're singing your lyrics back to you. It's like it's so sick. I
Yeah.
don't know. It was definitely like one of those shows that I'll remember for like every second of it for the rest of my life. It was awesome. Great experience.
Definitely insane.
Yeah.
Definitely insane to be in like a position that's so opposite from here. We didn't know really what to expect because we played festivals here where like, yeah, we're in a good spot on the festival, but we go out there and not many people know who we are. Or it's just like, okay, cool, like we have some fans. But then going out there, it's like, you don't understand like how to gauge the level of your band.
Involvement. and all that.
Until you get there, really.
Until you get there, and then when we got there, we were just like, holy shit,
Yeah.
like,
I feel
people
like
like us here.
Yeah, I feel like the way it is there is a perfect example is how like you do interviews and you do your research before, obviously. You come up with good questions. I feel like all the kids that go to shows there, before they go to the show, they do their research and they listen to all the bands and they check everyone out to see who's actually worth checking out. You know what I mean? Like here, I mean, I'm sure there's tons of kids who go to like Warped Tour, who go to all these huge festivals, and they go knowing like, oh, I'm gonna go see this band, and this band, and they don't even branch out outside of that. You know what I mean? And they probably miss out on what could have been like 5 different versions of their favorite fucking band. But since they didn't take the time to actually check everything out, they don't know what's worth checking out, so they're like, oh, I'm just gonna stick with what I know. And there, it's like, you can tell it's completely the opposite. Everybody gets, you can tell every band that plays there is gonna be given a chance, and everyone that plays there is gonna be treated very respectfully in that way.
And it just like confirms that music is like a universal language, as cliche as it is to say. Like, everything that they experience growing up is the complete opposite of what we experienced growing up. But yet, we're still brought together under one roof for one reason, and they like express themselves through that.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool personally. It's like every Japanese band that played that festival was so beyond tight,
Talented.
like and talented, and like it was ridiculous. It was so cool. Like you can tell that they work so hard to get to where they're at. Like they like, you know, I don't know. They're just hardworking. It's hardworking and very respectful people. It's awesome. It's such a cool thing to experience.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now your album, Young Souls, which is the title of your tour, is out. Where did you get the inspiration behind it, and what's the overall theme of the record?
Overall theme, I mean, the overall theme kind of goes with what the title of the album is. When we started writing it, we kind of took a step back from our first album and wanted to write something that was more personal to us. Throughout the record, every song is about an experience we've had in life or kind of a lesson we've learned that goes along the topic of like, you know, throughout life you're kind of told a path that you have to take. Where I, myself, and Austin are from, I'd use this as an example. If by the time you're 25 and don't have a job making $100,000 a year with a college degree and a wife and
Married
kids,
kids.
you're pretty much just like, dude, you're fucking wasting your time. And we think beating that into kids, like maybe it's different in other cultures across the U.S., but beating that into somebody's head when they're 16, 17, they're still in high school, it's like, I am still, like, I'm 27, I'm still learning who I am. And to go back and to think that people are forcing kids to decide what their entire future is at that age, it's like, it's mind-blowing to me. And pretty much the whole thing is about encouraging people to find what they love to do, and don't let anybody really tell you that choosing that path is going to make you unsuccessful. Granted, yeah, if you want to be a doctor, by all means go to school, be a doctor. But if you want to do something that is out of the norm, like playing music,
Anything to do with the
if
arts,
that's
essentially.
if that's what your passion is, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it or that you're wasting your life doing it or that you're never going to be like, because like, yeah, you can make a ton of money and not be doing what you want to be doing, and then you're just going to be miserable. I mean, money is only a small aspect of life. Yeah, it makes life easier, but
It's not that life.
Yeah.
One thing too that I really feel is like the whole record in general is like a trying to hold on to and a remembrance of when you were young, still have wide eyes for the world. You're still just before you've been corrupted, before just basically before you've lost the fire to try all these things, before the world has told you no, essentially. And it's trying to live in that mindset for the rest of your life. And just having that mindset of like nothing's ruined for you yet. There's still a million possibilities. Because technically there are.
yeah.
I mean, you can always stop at any time. And,
Don't mind the rocket ship. That just
That's what we're allowed.
that's what you're allowed
We're
to
speaking elegantly, my friend,
Yeah.
and I applaud you for that, for sure.
Yeah,
Well,
so
even through
basically,
great advice.
the young souls, it's like, I mean, it's cheesy as it sounds like, no matter what age
Don't
you
lose
are,
that fire.
Don't lose that fire, like, you're a young soul, we're all young souls, like,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking child. I'm 16 on the inside. I laugh at myself every day because I'm like, I'm an adult that's allowed to do things, and that's amazing.
Just
So
imagine,
that should be-
just imagine a world where everyone pursued a career or a passion that they were half as passionate at doing as we are, the artist people. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
it'd just be it would be a cool world to live in. So we
I
just
feel
need
like people that it's kind of like a utopian thought because there has to be people doing every job, even the jobs that people don't want to do. But in that, if we just play into that utopian world for a second, I feel like people in general would obviously be a lot happier.
Oh,
It'd be
yeah.
a lot like Japan.
Yeah, it'd be a lot more like Japan.
Remember it's happening?
People
Japan
are
is
very,
utopia.
people are very happy in Japan.
Utopia.
Utopia.
Oh my
Now you guys released a music video for your song Nerves,
Yes.
Nerve.
and
Yeah.
I really like the video. It's really cool how you guys are playing and the light's shining through all the holes in the wall, and you guys were like breaking stuff. How was it like shooting the music video, and what was your favorite part about the whole experience?
It was a lot of fun because me and John got to do some cool acting stuff, and I was like, I've never really done that for like video purposes, I guess. Yeah, it was cool destroying the set that like was built for, like we had a set built for us. The director Jeremy and a couple other people like built it the night before, I think, right, or something like that.
A couple days.
A couple days before, and yeah, man, it was a long day. A lot of hard work went into it. I got covered in paint. John got covered in paint.
You got drowned in 30-degree weather.
Yeah, it was like 30 degrees outside, and I had to get into a tub of water and act like I was getting drowned out. And
Drowned out?
for about 30 minutes, and it was really, really cool. Man. We had to like, after that, I ran outside. I remember like getting into the water and being like, I can't do this, I'm gonna die. And then like finally it got a little bit easier, and then like I had to run inside and like sit under like buy like a heater, like a little like space heater. And then John had to do the same thing for about like what, 5 minutes.
It was cold the rest of that night.
Yeah, we didn't feel like, I felt sick the rest of the night. You're just like off. You're just kind of like, oh, this is weird. But yeah, no, it was definitely a cool video for us to film. We're very proud of how it came out. Yeah, Jeremy killed it straight up. So it was definitely a cool experience.
Well, it looks awesome, and I definitely recommend for everyone to go check it out right after you watch this interview.
Do it.
Now, at what age did you guys each pick up your instrument or like start singing?
I started singing when I was really young, actually. But I guess my parents like kind of they kind of forced me to be in a choir when I was like 9.
Like in church?
Yeah, it was it was kind of direct, like, oh my god, I can't talk. I'm always so bad at it. It's associated with my school district. Okay, so it was like a boys choir thing. My parents had me go like try out for that, and I was in that from 4th grade to 8th grade, and then I joined my first band ever. I was playing guitar too with my little brother and a couple of my friends when I was like 14 years old. And that's kind of like where it started, I think. Was like, my first show ever was a talent show. We did a Fall Out Boy cover, which is one of my favorite bands. And like, it was just such a cool feeling. And like, all my friends were there from middle school, and they were like, I don't know, it was tight. It felt good. It was awesome.
I was 13, and funny story, the very first instrument I learned anything on was an actual bass, and then I switched to guitar because I didn't own a bass.
The more you know.
And now
I didn't
I'm
know
on
that.
bass again. So yeah, 13.
Similar.
My first instrument that I ever played, other than a recorder, because I think everybody started playing a recorder, was,
True.
fun fact, I don't know if y'all know this, saxophone.
Oh,
yes.
Saxophone.
I guess mine in third. I used to
Yeah.
play the clarinet in third.
That's
grade.
awesome. Yeah, I love when people like
I forgot
play
about
the
that.
instruments. It's so cool. It's so like out there. Yeah, I
Awesome.
love it.
Did the recorder, when I was really young,
It's
but
just to piss your
started-
parents off.
yeah,
I
started.
think everyone played the recorder.
Oh, yeah.
in music
That's
class,
like, like third grade or
Yeah.
second grade, yeah. But I started playing guitar when I was 11. My mom got me one for Christmas, and I'm left-handed with everything else in my life. Like
Me too.
I play guitar right-handed, but everything else is left-handed. And my mom got me the guitar and didn't even, she just didn't, kind of, if you know nothing about guitar, you're not going to realize you need a left-handed guitar if you're left-handed. So I sat down with it upside down, and she's like, oh crap, what are we going to do? And I was like, either way felt weird, so I just started playing right. And in the process, saved myself like $200 per guitar, because left-handed guitars are like $200 extra.
I also feel like when I learned guitar, I wish I would have learned how to play left hand, because the fact that you're left-handed means your left hand is dominant on the fretboard.
Mhm.
And I always thought when I was playing guitar, like, man.
Well, no, if
how
you're
do you do it?
left-handed, you're picking,
right-handed.
You're picking with your left hand. Your right
I
hand
know.
is going to be on the fretboard.
But
Sure.
that's what I'm saying. Like if you played, so you're playing a regular guitar with your left hand on the fretboard, as opposed to playing a left-handed guitar.
Right.
So if I would have learned playing a left-handed guitar, my dominant hand would be on the fretboard.
Right.
Your dominant hand is on the fretboard.
What an interesting thought process.
Yeah.
That's cool. Never thought about that. Your first instrument was a guitar, right?
Yeah, my dad bought me a guitar, those little like 18 fret strats when I was like 9.
Yeah.
Like wasn't old enough to get my hand around the fretboard.
Now, what are 3 bands you would want to tour with? If you could pick any 3.
Any three. Throughout all of time.
Yeah, of all time. Dead, alive.
Oh, wow.
Queen.
It's a good
Uh,
choice.
Each person 3 or?
Each person, each
Okay,
group.
collectively.
Queen.
I wish I could go back in time and tour with like a
Yeah.
fucking 80s hair metal band.
That'd be
Fucking
Def Leppard.
Def Leppard or Bon Jovi or anything like that, because it's like, that's when rock and roll was like the fucking.
Yeah. So past Dead and Gone, 80s
Or-
hair metal, or Queen,
Queen's tight.
something along those lines. And then what would you say for current day? I'm always going to say Deftones.
So I was gonna say Deftones
So
would
Blue
be
in the
fucking
Face,
rad.
Deftones, over and over and over.
Yeah, I could agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or like The Neighborhood.
Or the,
Yeah, I would say the
They're
neighborhood.
stylistically completely different from us.
Or the
am
Used.
obsessed.
Or The
That's
Used,
a
yeah.
good band.
So
Yeah.
that's my band.
So I have this new segment that I'm introducing in my interviews. You guys are the first band I'm trying it out on.
Right.
You're either tearing it up, so like you're for it, or you're turning it down, you're not for it.
Okay.
First thing is the new Burger King item, mac and Cheetos.
Oh god, I had it yesterday.
I
Okay.
had them yesterday.
You know what? Can I like give like a? I don't know yet.
Okay, so in the middle.
I'm gonna keep the knobs level for now. Maybe I'll try it.
Flat
another time.
on EQ.
But they
You
go to
tried it?
I tried it.
Do you want to give like
It was
a
okay.
review of?
I didn't try it.
Bad?
They're essentially just fried macaroni and cheese. There's no Cheeto flavor to it at all.
More of a Dorito taste for
So
sure.
Don't believe in the
More
hype.
of a Dorito taste.
They're just fried mac and cheese, but they're great.
Which means
Fantastic if you're
You know what? Fuck it. We're tearing it up.
tearing it up.
We'll
Awesome.
do that. We'll stick with it. We'll
We
definitely.
won't not eat it.
Def tearing up my heart.
It's more of a like you should try it and see for yourself kind of thing. You know?
The next thing is the caveman SpongeBob meme.
Wow.
Have you been hiding in our van for the past
The cannon.
Yeah.
It's like everywhere else.
It's really fun.
I've always loved
Tearing it up.
SpongeBob is great.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Make sure to check out MYKA Relocate. They're on the Young Souls tour right now. They're coming to a city near you. Come out to a show if they play in your area. Check out the Young Souls album on iTunes, Spotify. Follow them on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that jazz. Check them out and have a great day.
We're MYKA Relocate and we're tearing up the music scene! Oh shit!
You know you don't deserve